What's going on, everyone? Hello. Welcome to the first episode in 2026 of Post Credits Podcast, a show where we are lucky enough to talk about movies with you. I want to start off admitting something. I lied to you last week. I said we were going to talk about a theatrical movie. We're not. We're recapping 2025.
We didn't say we were going to do that last week.
I did. I definitely
You
did.
did. I said that we're probably not going to do that.
Oh, you did, didn't
On
you?
the show.
Maybe I lied, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Afterwards.
But
I got
good.
you, bud.
Starting the year off
Don't sweat
strong. Good. What else? What's going on, guys? This is episode 62. If you didn't know, no, it's just 63. I'm sorry. This is 63.
There's a six
starting
in
off
there.
strong here. Recorded on Sunday, January 4th, 2026. To get posted to podcast services on Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. To the usual spots: Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and then YouTube. Guys, can you believe it's 2026?
Yes.
No, it's come quick for me, for sure. Being gainfully unemployed currently, so it's just days are just flying by.
Flying by, baby. Yep. If you're listening to us on an audio-only version, feel free to come over to YouTube. Come on over. I'll do the Neo. No, not the. Okay.
Well, they
okay.
can't see that if they're listening to it.
That's a good point. It's funny how my brain works.
He just beckoned for you that may just be listening. He just beckoned into the camera.
Come check us out on YouTube as well. You can see what I just did. You can watch full episodes there or segments. Everything is time coded out, so you can click around and see what you want to see and not what you don't want to see. Like and subscribe. Please remember that's very important to us. However you choose to listen to us. Thank you.
Just remember, as soon as we get 100 likes on one of our videos, we're giving out Grayson's personal cell phone number.
Correct.
I love how you just jumped on that bandwagon. And
Yeah.
okay, fair.
This has been discussed.
You know what?
Yeah, buddy,
Fine.
you
Fine.
weren't here for a while in studio. We discussed a lot of stuff. We do our own show prep.
Yeah, we
All
got
right,
What
all
you
right,
actually
fine.
see.
All right, gentlemen. I am one of your hosts, Grayson Maxwell. Joining me as I do every week are my co-hosts, the lovely Roger Stillion and Christopher Bond.
No.
How are you guys today? How are you? How is your first recording going of 2026?
It's been great so far.
Yeah. I mean, this is like
First
the
take.
second recording.
First take.
Fair enough.
Get it done on the first
You
try.
guys loving the cold?
I mean, it is what it is. I've
It's normal here.
lived in Ohio for 30-some years, so this is
Is
fine.
what it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was in Pittsburgh for a few days. It was heinously cold up there. It was so cold that on not the like the tunnel side of the city, but the other side where all the factories used to be, the river was frozen. Like it was a sheep. People were down there walking. I'm like, that's probably not
This
safe.
is super
but-
relevant to our
Yeah.
to our Japanese audience.
well, yeah, it's cold outside and there's ice on the river.
Yeah.
Hey, it gets cold in Japan too.
No, yeah, I mean, it does. Yeah, it's true.
To our Japanese audience, thank you for listening to us.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Konnichiwa.
Please keep tuning in.
It's Onichiwa.
We love Godzilla. There's that. All right, gentlemen. Let's go. Let's kind of limp on as we go. What's going on, guys? How was the New Year's?
You did that already.
No,
We had a great New Year's with
there
my
you go.
family.
Thank you, Chris, for the
So
save. Thank you.
we had plans to go see family. It snowed really bad here, and the weather was wildly terrible to try to drive in. So we ended up staying home, just me, the wife, the two kids, and we planned out our whole evening. We accomplished most of it.
None
on
of
our
it.
list.
Yeah, okay.
No, most of it. We did Mario Party.
Nice.
We did
Who won?
board games.
Did you crush them?
I allowed them the victory. is what happened.
That's nice.
And yeah, so
you have to do that sometimes.
you do. Otherwise, they'll never
They'll
keep
just
playing.
quit playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I played some board games, some Yahtzee, some other stuff. in
Yahtzee?
there.
Man, I haven't played Yahtzee in forever.
What is this?
We did
1985?
speed Yahtzee. So we
What-
play,
what's
so you play with the rule where you have to go down the card. You can't just roll.
Oh,
and pick.
okay.
So you got to roll ones, twos, and et cetera, and
so if
then
you don't get it, you just
exactly you just move on.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
yeah, I did some other board games. Had a great time though. So it was a good, just close family gathered. It was great.
What'd you eat for New Year's?
A lot of junk that we picked up at the last minute.
No pizza, no Chinese. You didn't order in. You just made it.
My wife made what's called a cheese ball, and it's really
okay.
good. And we had a lot of chips and that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. Now here's the question from last week. What was your New Year's resolution? I'm looking at you, Roger, because you
I
didn't
do
give me
that.
one last week.
I
That's weird. Who doesn't do
don't
that?
believe in that. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
It's a fun
Buddy, I
thing.
can lie to myself every other day. Like I don't have to make shit up.
My New Year's resolution is the same. I'm gonna do better. That's
That's
it.
a good
Generic.
resolution.
I'm gonna try.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do better too. Hollywood doesn't, but I'll try because
I mean,
Anyway,
somewhere somebody thinks that they are.
well,
They're wrong.
That's fair. That's fair. What are some resolutions that you guys made in the past? I wanted to ask this question. Like some really batshit insane ones.
I don't think I've had any.
I think I've never made an insane one. I mean, I think the thing is people make generic resolutions. They're
Like go to the gym
I'm gonna
and
be a better person. I'm gonna go work out. Just go work out if you want to. Because here's the thing, statistically speaking, by January 22nd, you'll stop.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
that, it's called Quitter's Day. Like I think it's that. Wait, is it the 16th or the 20th? It's like one of those
probably the
days.
16th actually.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks. Like you stop, they stop. And here's the thing, that's also fine. But stop lying to yourself. Stop doing that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never had the.
Keep drinking, brother. Just do it. It's fine.
I've never had a crazy resolution. I've always had, just like, the whole New Year's in the spirit of the New Year's, wanting to just improve, do better, that kind of thing. So
I mean, the current running joke is like you can make evil resolutions. Like I will defeat my arch nemesis. Like you can do that. Like no one says they have to be for good.
That's very true, actually. No one does say that. Yeah.
Burn their house down. Go ahead. It's fine.
You heard that right here on. If you know where to come when arson happens, you know where to come. Roger Stillion. All right, guys, let's start a show. We have what could be a kind of a divisive one, but this episode we're going to go over some stuff we didn't like in 2025, some stuff we really did like in 2025. Again, we're we didn't watch everything that came out. We're not the podcast that does that, so. But we're
only going to talk about things that we watched personally.
Correct.
Not necessarily on the show.
Correct.
Yeah. Just us, though.
But it should be fun because I'm going to be angry. So you're going to hear some angry rants. So that should be fun. I don't know about you guys. You guys don't quite get as indignant as I do, but I get pretty indignant.
No, you're definitely the leader of that. So
you care way too much about something.
I do, though. I do care.
You are our standard bearer.
Thank you.
Regard,
I do
appreciate.
Care. All right, guys. Let's talk about some box office, though. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Number one, and there's a little kind of a story here with this, is number one, of course, Avatar Fire and Ash is still doing well. However, it's not number one and number two are not that far apart. But Fire and Ash 40 million for across the $1 billion mark, $1,083 million. And I didn't know this, and Roger brought this to my attention, but something we do want to point out is Avatar Fire and Ash crossed the $1 billion mark faster than the other two films.
Yes.
However, I don't think it will have the legs to go as far as they did. But we'll see. I mean, if you want to listen to the episode on Avatar Fire and Ash, please do. I'm still very conflicted about it. It may or may not show up on one of my lists of disappointment or hype, but we'll see. We will see. But
that's a very beautiful movie.
That it sure is. Zootopia 2, 19 million for a worldwide of $1.588 billion. That thing is just cruising on through, man. And it's so the domestic on that is 363. The international is $1,224,000,000. People love the Zootopia.
Like a 70 split.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
The Housemaid, 14.9 million for a worldwide of 92.
Nice.
That's not bad at all. That's Sydney Sweeney
That's
and
a decent movie.
Yeah. My wife went and saw it, I think, with her.
Did she like it?
With her. Yeah. They read the book and stuff, so
okay.
I want to go see it.
Cool.
Marty Supreme number 4, 12.6 million for a worldwide of 58. That was a weird movie. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Check that one out. If you haven't checked
Chalamet at his finest.
He plays the most despicable character, Chris. Like he's so unlikable. But I don't know if you end up catching that, Chris.
I didn't catch it, but because I knew I wasn't going to watch it or be on the episode, I did watch a few reviews on it. And
good. Okay.
It seems to be the consensus all the way around.
Numero 5, Anaconda with an even 10 million for a worldwide of 88.5.
That's amazing it made that much money, honestly.
I thought it might. I thought it might, but it's doing okay for itself. Well, what's the budget for that, Roger, Mr. Budget Man?
I don't know. I didn't look it up because I'm never going to see it.
That much. Anyway, so let's 6 through 10. Let's start the new year off right. The SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants, as surprise to no one. Number 7, David. Number 8, Song Sung Blue with Hugh Jackman. Number 9, Wicked for Good, still hanging in there. Number 10.
Can we get some numbers for Song Sung Blue, please?
Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Song Sung Blue, of course. That's got a worldwide of 30 million. That's not good.
Somebody here was very excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
Someone here was, and he was pretty indignant about it, too. I don't know who that was. I believe in the power of the movie star like Hugh Jackman, and apparently none of you people do. So it's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes some of us here have to trust the gut of their co-hosts, but it's fine. We'll
I need to get better with that. I need to get better with that. Five Nights at
45
Freddy's.
million for Anaconda, so it is actually a
Budget,
financial
yeah.
success. 45.
Oh, okay.
It was
So
like in the
you guys
80s.
know that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is sitting at 231.
I believe it. It's got
That's
a huge
pretty
fan
good.
base.
It's a huge number.
Yep.
But all right, that's your box office. Nothing crazy there. We're gonna move right into 2025 worst and best. There's no trailer this week. There's no movie recommendation this week.
right.
We're just gonna head on
Watch a
into it.
movie, whatever one you want.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I watched Waiting on Prime. I suggest you watch
Honestly.
Waiting. It's a lot of fun.
Honestly, I think
Actually, I do want to talk about
I think our seven listeners should tell us what to watch. They could give us a recommendation.
You
For us
gave
to
us
watch.
6 additional listeners. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Chris.
Yes, nice.
Thank you, Chris.
I think we should get a recommendation from them, and then we can watch it. And
I did watch back to back with Dad because we had a day, just the two of us. We ordered some pizza. We watched Working Man together, and then
All
And
right.
then what's
Working
the-
Man's a good dad movie.
what's
Hell
the-
yeah, brother.
what's the one with the bee? The
Beekeeper.
beekeeper. And
I mean, they're the
there's just a
same.
lot of
They're
Jason
the
Statham
same
kicking
You did
ass. Yeah.
the Statham special.
We almost
Heck
did.
yeah.
We almost did
We
Wrath
didn't
of
even go
Man.
for the good ones, though.
Well, I think those are pretty
Beekeeper's
good.
fine.
I think
Actually.
Working Man's actually fine too, but we didn't do Wrath of Man. But
Okay, that's the movie. That's the good one.
all right. What else did I watched a ton of stuff this week.
Statham special.
I watched all the Home Alones.
Jeez.
All
I
of them,
watched-
there's like 9.
Well, I watched 1, 2, 3, and 4. What was available on Disney Plus. And
God.
4, do yourself a favor. Stop after 3. Just don't even worry about it.
You want.
Or
Stop
stop
after
after 2.
2.
Yeah, stop after 2. I watched all the Mighty Duck films. I love those movies.
I do like the Mighty Ducks.
You do like the Mighty Ducks.
I refuse to watch the show though. I will not do it. I won't do
The
it.
first season was okay, and then it got really weird.
And then I started to watch all of the Disney. They're all in Disney, like McFarlane USA, Miracle, Glory Road, all those sports movies from.
And you must have been hyped the hell up, just like all that victory and awesome.
Well, those are in like Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. They're very good movies. They're all serviceable. Remember the Titans, always a classic. I love that one too. Miracle though, because I used to, in my youthful days, I used to think that Mighty Ducks were actually serviceable hockey movies, and then along comes Miracle and just blows it out of the water. But no comment from you guys. The peanut gallery.
No,
I'm
just
never
listen.
going to besmirch Miracle. It's a great
That's good,
movie.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I
they
know
just
Connor.
the Olympics are coming, man.
Yeah, true.
We're literally a month out.
They
So,
are
Do
indeed.
the hockey you want.
Let's
Coming.
talk about some lists, guys.
Okay.
Now, dear listener, if you've been following along the show, you know what we watched, what we haven't watched. And if you don't know, feel free, whatever one of our feeds, you can go and write down the list, see what we watched, what we didn't watch. I think a lot of us are going to stick to that list. We didn't deviate. We choose one theatrical a week unless there was some special thing, which there wasn't this year. But
Not really.
we choose
Yeah.
one theatrical and go with it. So we're going to kind of stick to what we watched. I'm going to have one on my list. It's streaming that I'm also very upset with.
It's
but-
also something we talked about on this show.
Look at Grayson go analog with a piece of paper with
Yeah.
pen, with
I know,
pen
dude.
scribbles on it.
I know. I
that's
love it.
crazy.
All
It's
right.
just
So
we're like fiercely scribbling stuff out when I was
I
just
wanna-
like delete.
So
Yeah.
I want to start. So I want to start us off.
Before you do. I want to lay some
Okay.
rules.
Okay.
We're gonna see where we're going. Are we going to do our good list first or a bad list?
Let's
first?
do worst.
Start
So
with-
we end with the good stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. I
All
just
right.
want to make sure we're going the
That's
same
fine.
direction here.
I have a feeling a lot of our worst lists are going to be pretty similar.
There is some overlap because we did talk about it a little bit because
Mhm.
we have to.
Yeah, but what the bad is bad this year or 2025.
Well, yeah, there's
so.
some universally bad. Can we get the universal bad stuff out of the way?
Well, I want to start off on saying I think the movie that made me the most angry this year, and I mean angry, was it's a streaming film that matters to me and Roger. Not so much Chris, but Happy Gilmore 2. I
Okay.
think that movie was such a colossal failure. I
Sucks
can't.
so bad.
It just. I mean, one of my resolutions this year, especially on this show, is to. I understand it's hard to make a movie. I get that. I get that things happen. Sometimes your production schedule's delayed, your budget gets cut. I understand that not everyone knows the whole story about why a movie sometimes is missing story beats. However, Netflix, I hope someone kicks you in the balls. You deserve it. Happy Gilmore 2 was bad. And by bad, I mean it's atrocious. It's not even passable. And I understand there's arguments to be made that the first one was what it is, but I don't think the first Happy Gilmore is a bad movie. I wouldn't. The logic in the film all follows. The universal logic that Happy follows in the movie and that the movie script takes you down a path, it connects A to B to C to D to E to F. And Happy Gilmore 2, it doesn't even connect the first dot. So that's why I'm upset with Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay.
What about you, Roger? I know that Happy Gilmore is also a big deal for you, Roger, too.
Yeah, I
so.
mean, like, I didn't like the movie at all. I didn't put it on my list here at this point, but I will say, like, I didn't enjoy it. It's not very good. But the other thing is, too, is like, I don't even know if it's successful for Netflix. Like, we'll never know either way. But like,
I'm sure it was.
They made
successful.
it a very big deal for them. So,
for the record, it was not even on Grayson's list. That was just his honorable mention, I think.
Well,
right?
Well, that was my honorable mention.
yeah, he kind of.
That was my indignant mention. That's what that was.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure
All right,
everybody.
I have
understands.
good old fashioned pen and paper,
God.
but
Ugh.
Get this guy
all
out
right.
of
So I'm
here.
just going to start us off. I have to say the elephant in the room, Snow White. What a disappointment that was.
Wrong.
As far
It's
as
on all of our
I
lists,
know.
right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, yeah.
it has
100%.
to be like that's a given. Snow White is awful, and it should be. Snow White should be a cautionary tale to every studio, every streaming studio. What happens when you make a movie, not to make a movie, but you're making a movie from a list on a checkboard? You need to understand that won't work.
Well, I think the funny story about Snow White is the fact that it's a movie studio that went to make a movie, a live action, decided that they were going to change things around, and then instead of sticking to the guns of changing things around, they I'm not saying it was wrong they gave in to the backlash, because I think the where they started was in the absolute wrong. But then whenever complained about the fact there were no dwarves in it, they said, "Fine, we'll give you the dwarves." But then if they were like these rush job CGI monsters,
Terrible.
and
Terrible.
and on top of that, you can tell they weren't meant to be in the film to begin with,
Yeah.
because the movie's different. This is like two really bad movies that are just spiraled together and cut up, chopped up, because the sets don't look the same. When you're in the forest with the band of rebels, which was their original idea, the original plan that they had, versus when they're with the dwarves at their cottage forest location, they're two completely different sets, and they
Correct.
look completely different. And then to top it all off, you have this dreary, like cruddy, cheap-looking stage play-esque kingdom that doesn't even look like it's like put together with actual stucco. It's this weird faux pas plastic they put together.
Well-
Nothing looks good in this whole movie, and it looks like two different low-budget films that got crammed side by side. So
Mind
Snow
you,
White sucks.
Mind you, that movie cost $250 plus.
Yeah,
Because they had like
$1
four.
million.
They had like 4 reshoots.
Hey, that's their problem.
yeah,
that's
4
expensive.
reshoots and 160 million in rush CGI. Dwarves will do
yeah.
that to you.
Well, sure, but
The thing is with it is it's not only is it look terrible, like the story is bad,
Yeah.
and it's like you.
The story is bad.
You fucked up
a classic.
Snow White.
The story's bad. All they do is tell the Snow White story.
Sure. I mean, like, look, just stop doing live action stuff. Just stop doing it.
No, stop doing live action stuff where you feel like you have to reinvent the film that you're live actioning, because we have later on we're going to talk about our good movies, and some of us are going to talk about a live action. I bet that goes just fine.
True.
So
But they didn't change it.
That's kind of my point. Stop making live actions and feeling like you have to reinvent your already successful movie. You're making a live action version of your film because it was successful to begin with.
Yep.
No one's making the live action version of Little Nemo. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not happening.
If
Because
you
no
would
one
have
saw that movie.
if Disney would have stuck to the original story, it would have done gangbusters. Weird.
It
Would have done so much better. Yeah, you like that one, don't you?
It would have made far more money. Than it
Also,
did.
stop letting your stars in the public eye say the dumbest things possible.
Yeah, you can't stop people from
Disney could have
I mean, they
silenced
could have
it if
tried,
they wanted, but
I don't think you could have.
I know that was just a
The other
disaster.
co-stars
Didn't
could
happen.
do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they tried,
They-
which is wild.
Gal Gadot she tried, man. She tried, but anyway, so that's I think on most people's list.
She was a good part of that movie.
Yeah.
And she was campy. You know what I mean? And yeah, Snow White is
By good,
easy.
you mean not terrible?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess. You know what I mean?
All right. Next up, who wants to go?
So, is there any more common ones you guys think? Let's just try to pull a common one.
I think Cap America might be a common.
Okay.
Captain America 4.
That's on
Brave
two.
New World.
That didn't make mine, but
Chris loved
major
that
guy.
movie. Actually.
I didn't love
Loved
that
it.
movie.
It's gonna be
I-
on his other list.
I
The
didn't
best.
hate it enough to put it on my worst.
I think Cap America. I think Brave New World was just a disappointment in what Marvel's trying to
Again,
do.
it's very similar to the Snow White thing, and it's not because they had an original story to go off of. This is a movie that got stuck in development hell.
Mhm. Yeah.
It got reshot 4 or 5 different times,
Yeah.
completely redid the story, and the CGI in this movie is awful at
terrible.
times.
It's terrible.
And it's like you know, Chris Evans was gone, now he's not, so that's a different kind of conversation to have. But like this, there could have been something better here. This is one of the worst Marvel movies, and like that list is pretty bad. Like the bottom of that list is really bad, and Cat Force slots in there to me. So like that's disappointing. Like this could have been
It could have been
something big.
the elements they had in play, the story that they needed to tell. It could have been really great. Actually, it could have helped them go in a new direction. It could have helped kind of start the new phase of Marvel, but instead it's done the opposite, and it's
No, it probably helped trigger a lot of stuff that changed.
Well, so like, it didn't make my list, but I agree. I have no problem with it being on your guys' list. I think Marvel to this point, for me, they've trained me in a way that now I'm not surprised, right? Because like, we got Phase 3, we got Endgame, we got Infinity War, and then we got Black Widow, we got Shang-Chi, which is okay, we got Eternals. So like we kind of started on this
see where you're going
trend.
with this, yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, right. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, like now, now that we went from that high and we're getting these lows, we started going downhill. Now we're at the bottom of the hill. We just haven't started climbing up yet. So when Winter Soldier came, when Captain Falcon, Brave New World or whatever it was called, Captain Falcon. That's it. Just I wasn't.
I was thinking the same thing.
I wasn't shooketh by this movie
Shooketh.
in a negative way. I was just, it was exactly what I expected, unfortunately. And as a side, stop putting everything in your trailers.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Because it's like I didn't need to know the fact that the Red Hulk was in this movie. Spoilers, by the way. The fact that Red Hulk is in this movie doesn't make me want to go see it more. It doesn't. Like I don't. I'm willing to bet that there were a fractionally low amount of people that saw the trailer, saw the Red Hulk, and went, "Oh no, I wasn't going to see this movie, but now I gotta." That's not how that works.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
Disney thinks how it
someone
works.
thinks it
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
So
of
that's
course.
why. So that's you could have had at least something for people to buzz about. But instead, we buzzed about it 2 months before the movie came out. And no one cared after that.
Correct.
So
And it was bad.
and it was bad.
So Chris, that was one that was on both of our. Let's go for one for yours.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me pull my list back up. So, okay. Another one of my bottom movies
Okay.
that might have some cross with you guys. So, actually, I'll leave that one for now. I've got Jurassic World on mine. Do you guys have that on yours?
It did make my list.
It
It's
did?
Grace's. It doesn't make
Okay.
mine just because I didn't care about it enough to
Okay.
put on the list.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have Jurassic World on mine, and this movie made me like
To be clear, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah,
not-
Jurassic World Rebirth. The movie looks fine. It looks good even because, I guess a $2 million budget will do that for you. But beyond the fact that it looks good, this movie has nothing going for it. It has no
doesn't.
heart, no soul. Characters are infuriating at every turn in this movie. The whole thing starts out with a Snickers wrapper. And
Oh, it's right in the door. It
Yeah,
does.
I do
that's-
love the Snickers.
Yeah.
listen,
I had Snickers just this week. So good.
I mean, the joke is that the Rancor monster didn't get was hungry, didn't get the Snickers, and broke out to eat. You know what I mean?
And that's why he was Betty White.
Yeah. This whole thing
Could have been
started-
avoided.
This whole blockbuster, quote unquote, wants to start with a Snickers wrapper making a high tech door malfunction. Come on, get out of here. And then Grayson, I know you like the way the movie ends.
I think Mahershala surviving, again, spoilers, but he was in an impossible situation. All of a sudden, he just makes it out. To me,
Yeah.
that's such a cop out.
It not even just makes it out in an impossible situation. You cut the movie like
He's dead.
like he's dead and does the sacrifice, and then all of a sudden he's just
He ain't dead.
Here's the thing with sacrifices: if the person doesn't be sacrificed, it doesn't mean anything.
weird, right?
That's the thing with sacrifice. Weird,
Yeah.
weird.
Don't worry,
So-
they're subverting your expectations.
Mm.
What a joke. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just what a joke that was. And
Yeah.
it's we need to stop. We need to walk away from Jurassic Park for a while. We just walk away completely, just 10, 15, 20 years. Like we need to go away. Where do we go from here?
So
What's the point?
I don't think the problem.
Jurassic Park on the moon.
There you go. I don't think that Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't think walking away from Jurassic Park like is what made this bad. I think it was that whoever made this movie didn't care.
Well, no, that's what I mean. But it's getting to the point where we're being too generic in the film. So
Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't. None of the decisions mattered. This movie doesn't. I'm guessing when they eventually do some sort of revival again, it won't this one won't matter.
Funny
This
they-
movie won't
it's
matter
funny
at
they
all.
say when they do a revival when this movie was titled Rebirth.
Well, I mean, this should have been it, but anyway. So what's on anyone else's list? I know that Roger and I have another one in common.
I know there's one. I know there's one we all have on here. Which
Good.
okay, you guys
What do
want
we
to
all
talk
have?
about what I think is the worst movie of this year?
By all
and
means.
that Flight Risk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not on my list.
It's not on your list.
I thought it was stupid. I just
How did this movie not make your list?
dumb fun, and it's
No, it's dumb.
He's got the
It's
ball.
not
Yeah,
fun.
well, no, okay. So the answer to your question is, I have movies I'm disappointed. I had zero expectations for Flight Risk,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
had massive expectations.
I had
for
the
other things.
expectations for a movie. Brother, there's a point where if you pause the movie, his little bald cap's coming off.
I did see
How
that.
does that make you pass your hair and makeup into your
well,
shot?
I just watched it recently. It's bad. But
It's
I
real
also noticed one shot when he's supposed to be passed out,
Mhm.
and when they're talking, and the camera's looking at them talking, is he's just in the back like Mark Wahlberg's like, what's going on?
It's like,
Oh,
why-
that's
yeah.
pretty green screen. And then
No,
we come back to him, and he's just so like what? How do you miss that?
Just a wild friggin'
Yeah,
just
it's just-
badly
and
seen
bad.
movie.
the logic doesn't fall. I mean, it kind of does, kind of not. But it's again, that guy would have killed both of them with incredible ease.
It's not even that. It's everyone I call is in on it. And like you
Oh
know,
my
like of course
God.
the captain that she needs to trust is also the bad
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Like,
The
all this-
baddest guy.
Yeah, the baddest of
Come
the
on,
bad
dude.
guys,
Get outta
pulling all
here.
the strings. Like,
This movie stinks.
Yeah,
Well,
it does,
again,
man.
there's a difference between disappointed and stinks for me. But like Snow White was a massive disappointment. Jurassic Park,
yeah.
Jurassic World Rebirth, massive disappointment.
No, Flight Risk, man. That movie.
That movie just sucks. It's not a
There's
disappointment though.
movies that didn't happen because Flight Risk got made, and that makes me
I mean,
mad.
that's fair
Sure.
way
It
to
makes
look
me
at
mad.
it. Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Can I talk about one that was another one that really did, I know Roger's probably on your list too. I think it is. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the remake.
So that's a big one for me of a movie that I did have some expectations
Yeah.
for, and this is what bothers me the most, right? Is I had some expectations and the movie was bad. That's not what really bothers me. I didn't really expect the movie to be good.
Yeah.
It's the story that they gave us where Ray is the fucking killer. Dude, what a slap in the face.
Wasn't he
that-
like such a good guy
he was
too?
the guy.
Yeah.
He was
the
hold on. Not only was he was the goodest guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah,
And
Risk everything to save Julie James.
once again, subverting your expectations.
Well, but here's the thing.
no,
So I did
they
watch
took it a
him.
different direction. That's for fucking
Well,
sure.
the
and it
first
was
film,
bad.
and I will say the '97 version does go out of its way to make you think that Ray's the killer. So I can understand someone logic is like, oh, I'll do that. But after the first draft, Sony should have been like, oh, we should fire you.
Hmm.
It never should have happened. And I worked on that. I read the original script. I know who the original killers were. They audibled to Ray. So I don't know why they did that. To me, it's weird.
So I didn't see this movie, so I'm sure if I would have watched it, it probably would have landed somewhere near my bottom 5. But
Well, the
yeah,
movie itself, even if you discount the fact that they ruined Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character Ray,
Yeah.
they ruined it. The movie itself is bad.
yeah,
It's like all the cool stuff that Scream is still honestly
trying to do. Yeah.
well
I know you
still
did listen.
pulling off.
okay, yeah, fair.
Like Scream still does a pretty good job of like not showing you who the person is.
Mhm.
Is you clearly have an idea in this movie who the bad guy, or at least one of the bad people are, and then when you find out that Ray's the other part of it, you're like, "Fucking God damn it!"
Yeah. It's just I've just watched them both. Mama Dearest and I, she loves horror. She loves campy horror, so that's the thing we have in common.
It was a horror film.
She watched the '97 one for the first time, and it's just that movie is so much more intelligible. The logic tracks how they're talking about things, but also when you're trying to adapt a slasher from the mid to late '90s as a 1-to-1 to 2025, it doesn't work.
Mm.
You have to make some concessions, and they didn't. And I get that you didn't want to because you wanted to. It was a lot like Happy Gilmore in that regard. Is things were touched on that probably shouldn't have been touched on, but they did so to be like, look how clever we are.
Mhm.
That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
It's lazy storytelling. You're just letting characters exist because they need to be in the script for another 10 minutes. It's lazy, and I was very disappointed by it. As someone who loves the mid to late '90s slashers, I really had expectations for that.
What about you, Roger? What's someone that hasn't
So,
popped up on your list?
I
yet?
have one more, and it's Mickey 17.
Okay.
So
I considered this movie on my
So,
bottom 5. It didn't make it.
I had expectations for Mickey 17. It should be a good movie. Like, it's got a good director, or who we were considering to be a good director. It has Robert Pattinson, which we know is a good actor.
Yes, 100%.
It has other people who we generally consider at least decent actors. And the movie is kind of nothing. It's not very good. It's weirdly politicized.
Hyper politicized.
Well, yeah. Also weirdly.
No, weirdly hyper politicized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And deep down it's just not very good.
No.
And like that's the real thing, because obviously there's some corollaries there to some political things, which fine. You want to put that in the
Whatever,
movie?
yeah.
Fine. You have to make the movie good for that stuff to work. Because the idea of somebody dying over and over again and being reborn, like reprinted, like 3D printers, like that idea is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is not good.
Conceptually, the movie's fine.
Yeah.
And Robert Pattinson is fine in this. He doesn't give a bad performance. He has to work with some shit script, but those are the two things that save it for me. What keeps it staves off that bottom 5 watermark for me. But everything else you said, yeah, 100%. And it's not even that it is politicized. It's that, like you said, it's politicized and it's hard to watch.
Yeah,
and it's not hard to watch because the message is uncomfortable. It's hard to watch because your script is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
your
cringy.
delivery is uncomfortable.
Super cringy.
Yeah, it's just I'm surprised that so much of what we got to see made it to screen. That like some of that stuff get knocked off.
The last thing I'll say about Mickey 17, and we can move to some good stuff hopefully here soon.
Well, I got one more, but
that's fine. This was a movie that was stuck in development hell for a long time too.
Yeah.
Because who knows how many different things they cut or put into a script.
Or had to change because of how things went.
But it's just like the story that we get doesn't work and it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's not in the the weird interesting way. It's more of like the ew. I can't believe we're watching this weird.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Chris, why don't you give us another one of yours?
Okay. Let's see. We already did Flight Risk. Okay, I have 2 more on mine. So I'll do my big shocker of one.
Don't do the one that we shared. Do that one last.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're sharing.
Yeah, I'll do the one that probably. Well, I don't know which one shows up on your list. We'll see. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm just gonna go with whatever. I'll do Tron Ares. Tron Ares is one I'll throw out there first.
That's my last one. So.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna
horrendously disappointing.
Yeah, just really, really don't like this movie. And I'm the guy who, out of these 3, has the highest chance of really liking your movie. And you really made me hate this movie. This movie is bad to me on so many levels. And we talked a little bit before the show started. What killed this movie the most for me is the fact that I watched Tron Legacy 2 nights before I watched Tron Ares.
For the first time.
And was blown away by Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy kicks
when
ass,
it came out, the soundtrack of this movie, the story it was telling was simplistic and straightforward to the point, buyable, all of it. And then you gave me Tron Ares, which was absolutely a train wreck, a beautiful train wreck. It looked
it did look fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
I remember that, yeah.
Everything besides the way it looked, though. The characters sucked. The main characters sucked. The side characters sucked. Everything. The soundtrack was okay compared to what we got out of Legacy. Okay. I just watched Legacy, though, and it was better. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this movie was a huge letdown for me all the way around. So
that's my, that's my last one. And just Chris, you have one more, but let me. So another honorable mention I have that I can't get out of my head is The Running Man.
Okay.
Of how you had a good director, you had a very likable, great star, and a movie just it goes nowhere. Yeah, he's not the problem.
Yeah.
It's just the weird decisions that the movie makes. I was expecting that one. I was expecting this one to be on my other list this year, and it's just
a bad movie.
Yeah,
it just didn't make any sense.
The simplest thing about Running Man, it's just bad.
It is disappointing.
I feel like it's a movie that's trying to do too much when it didn't need to.
No.
Like that movie could have been way more grounded, and instead they went bigger and bigger and bigger, and
worse and worse.
Yeah, at every turn it isn't the right choice for that movie, and they had a chance for something with Running Man. So I respect that being on your list because it's just. Yeah, no way.
You have one more?
So I have one more that no one's going to agree with. That's fine. But
I'm excited. I don't think I've heard this. I'm excited.
I did mention it, but you remember as soon as I said it. I don't even look at it. I think that One Battle After Another is one of the worst movies I've seen.
No, that's fine.
I agree with that.
I think
I
that
will stand for that movie, so it's fine.
that movie to me was just I'm a parent. I don't like the message.
Weirdly, oddly politicized.
It just even if you take out the politicization in it too, just like we talked about it when we talked about the movie, like there's decisions made about like villains and all this other stuff where like you could like they go down this whole route that it doesn't even need to be there for them to have the villain that they want. There's just a lot happening in this movie, and I know this movie's gonna get Oscars and it's got buzz and all this other stuff, but I don't. It's not for me, and it's on my list of bottom because it just. I wanted to like this movie. I was ready to really enjoy this thing because, just it checks a lot of boxes for me for what makes me like really love a movie, and it just misses. And I think a lot of it is really just what at the end of the movie it like the message is when it doesn't need to do all these crappy things to get to the end, and then to have the message it does at the end. I just don't think it's good.
So
not smart.
Sensei Sergio St. Carlos didn't. Really
He's the only thing I like about this movie.
Greatest part of that movie.
That's Benicio, right?
That's
So,
Del
yeah.
Toro just driving around drinking beers. And
So this movie makes my list because of how disappointed I was in it because it has.
it should be good.
I love dialogue-driven movies, and this thing is just dialogue and action, dialogue and movement. It's got so much going for it, and the music is actually really good too. But like the way this thing plays out, the way it's delivered, it really fell off for me.
Well,
And
I also have
Been
a
nominated
love
for
it.
so many awards.
I
too.
know.
I also have a thing against movies that intentionally misdirect you in the trailer. I also have I can't stand for that. I cannot.
Also, only do one trailer.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I'm 100% willing to be wrong about this, but it's just
Hey man, it's your call.
I don't like it, man. I just did
That's
not
fair.
like
Look,
that movie.
that's fair. I mean, I don't disagree with you in any. I mean, there are way more movies that are way worse. But
If I remember, out of the three of us, I don't think any of us really enjoyed it.
No,
So-
no, we talked about it, and I mean, Sean Penn is like I think Sean Penn did fine as the villain in this movie, but and I think he did a good job of playing a really
Shitty
weird,
person.
evil, shitty person.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have a problem with that. It's just it's the way this thing goes, man. It's just
odd.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But
Yeah.
you can recap. I'm sure that a lot of people's lists are very similar.
there's plenty of stuff in there to
Yeah.
chew on.
I mean, that's the other thing too. We asked for movie rec. Like, look, if you had a movie that you watched this year that you absolutely despised, let us know.
Yeah.
Because chances are,
We miss a lot. So
yeah.
Well, it's not even that. Just even what we mentioned, your bottom 5, your bottom 3, your most disappointing 5 or 3, all of it. There's a lot here you could look at, and
I agree.
there definitely were some layups this year for bad movies.
Oh yeah, it's amazing that I can go through the list of movies I watched this year and have to really wrestle between what's the bottom of
and
the
we
bottom.
didn't even talk about Netflix.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Which could you imagine?
They all would have been Netflix
Well,
entries.
I never did see that Electric State movie with Chris Pratt, which I haven't heard a single good thing
that
about
makes
it.
that makes Tron Ares and Running Man look like Best Picture.
the only bad movie that Chris Pratt's ever done, honestly.
Oh
so.
my. Okay. Let's. All right. Let's switch gears a
Good
little
to
bit.
know.
Let's do the best of. I had a harder time making this list. Oddly enough, there's
So
a lot more there.
So I had a hard time going from 10 to 5 because
I can agree with
I
that.
like
I have 5-ish.
I like a good. I like. Do you have 4 again?
No.
Okay. Do you have 7?
Well, I have 5, and I
Yeah.
have 2 that I couldn't.
Okay.
That I was just like,
I really wrestled getting down to 5 because I was at like 8 movies for a long time.
Yeah.
I couldn't kick some off there. But Grayson,
Yeah, go
sorry,
kick us off,
go and lead us in.
Well, I have at least one movie that you guys won't have. I know it's a personal thing for me. I loved it, but I'll save that one. But I think an easy one is Sinners, because Sinners for me is the movie to beat this year. I will admit I saw that bad boy at 70 millimeter, and it was something.
Is that your number 1? Is that like your top of the list?
That I think
You said movie to beat.
I think Sinners. Well, for me, every time someone mentioned a movie this year, I was like, "Yeah, but is it as good as Sinners?" And the answer is always no. That's just my
That's
personal
really
opinion.
fucking high bar, though.
That's the thing. So I think Sinners, to me, is one of the best movies of the year.
I have Sinners really high on my list. I think Sinners is a great movie. There is some issues with Sinners because, like, we talked about this in our pre-show a little bit. So if you didn't like Sinners for like the reason of like the false ending thing, I can't fault you for that. It's because it's weird,
Yeah.
But overall, I think Sinners is fucking really good, and I think it checks every story beat for me of something that I should enjoy, and I do. So
The good thing about the good stuff in Sinners is really good. Sinners doesn't make my top 5, but it was one of those movies that was wrestling to be there. I talked about Sinners a lot this year. I thought about it a lot this year, and maybe it's because I haven't seen it in a couple months. But Sinners, again, does a lot of things really good, but it does some things to me I think poorly. The end. You mentioned the ending. I feel like some things happen in Sinners just cause, and I think that's kind of the thing that kind of pulls it down for me a little bit. But man, it's got great music. It's got great acting. It's got it pays real respect to like old school vampire lore, which is cool as hell.
Well, which is weird because it's so high on my list because it's 2 movies shoved together.
who did Coogler base the bad guy off of?
So that was based off of the guy from Puss in villain
Yeah,
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots,
Yeah,
that's right.
he's like that's a villain.
That's a
Yeah.
10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah.
Puss in
Also,
Last
watch
Wish.
Puss in Boots: Last Wish.
Yeah, true.
Fucking great film. Not a joke.
Yeah.
At all.
Yep. 100%.
Okay, so I mean, I have a couple others, but I feel like we're gonna
No,
be
go
pretty
ahead, Chris.
good.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
You fire one up, buddy.
Okay. So movie in my top, I'll try to get one that's a little more obscure than your guys'. Let's
I have
see
2
here.
that you guys will not have on your list. I promise.
Oh, I
you.
know. I think most of my list isn't going to be on your guys'
Okay,
list.
fair.
Okay, so let's talk about a movie that'll be easy for me to talk about that isn't on your list. I got 28 Years Later on my top 5.
I think Grayson does too.
I want that's my number 6.
Is it? Okay. So I wrestled with getting it and find out where it was at, but I have it like in my like number 4 spot. It's like interchangeable with 5, and I have my problems with this movie, which is why I was surprised that I kept on putting it back on my considerations as I was like kind of figuring it out. 28 Years Later was a movie I've been waiting for a long
28
time.
years.
Kind of. He's so funny.
You get another one in 12 days.
I know. I can't wait. Which I'm amazed by. But anyway,
Weird time for that.
I know, right? So this movie, I really, really love the first half of this film. I think the first 45 minutes of this movie is so goddamn good and such a good movie. And then the second movie we get is a little fucking weird.
Where's your mother's skull?
With a really weird ending on top of all of it. But
then it gets way weird.
here's the thing: that first 45, that story of a boy becoming a man in a world that is just literally out to kill him with his father. That movie was so good for 45 minutes, and even after that, the story of then the boy becoming a man himself without his father. The beginning of that is also good, but I kept on thinking about this scene. I've never in my life experienced a scene more tense than when they're running down the water bridge,
Submarine bridge,
and Thunder Dong is just pounding down that bridge at him, and they have the sound of his footsteps sound like thunder every hit, and they're running. You think?
All right.
Just so such a I've never held my breath in a theater like that, and I didn't know I was until after they finally made it, and I was able to breathe.
Ooh.
It was just I'll never forget that, and it was so good. So that 45 minutes and the way that 45 minutes ends, man, chef's kiss, and that's why it ended up in my top 5.
What about when the Power Rangers show up?
I hate that.
It's weird. It's odd.
I wanted this movie to be my number 1 of the year, but because of
they can't though
because of the whole gas station scene on top of the Power Rangers showing up at the end. And listen, we get, like you said, we get the next one here soon. I hope that I get some really good answers to the doubts I have now. But
I have a feeling you will.
That first 45, man, was so strong.
Alex Garland doesn't often disappoint. So.
Well, I'm ready for him to win this one back for me.
All right, Roger, give us one.
Okay, so I'll go.
Do it, you coward. Do it.
What do you mean?
Just go ahead.
Well, okay. I feel like I'm getting singled
Yeah,
out.
right. Yeah, here we go.
I mean, look, I'll go for a fun one.
I'm ready to fight you too now.
I'm going for a fun one, dude. Like, I loved F1.
Yeah, that's it. That's what
I think F1.
Yeah. F1's the one.
I think F1 to me was like a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen like racing perspective like that before. And it's got like old cowboy Brad Pitt doing old cowboy Brad Pitt shit, and it's rad.
It feels like a movie that belongs in 2010.
Well, that's because we still had movie stars back then.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's a movie star.
Like his story, Sonny's story in that movie, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But everything else in the movie, like F1 itself, every race is a spectacle. Like they make every race a big deal, and how hard and how challenging each one of those things are. And I think it somehow on a screen translates very, very well into a movie that's not short and that is very segmented and still flows phenomenally well. Phenomenally
And
well.
the soundtrack, the
Dude,
score, so good.
Score, sound, and soundtrack are all good in that. So it's not on my list. It's not on my top 5. Is it on yours?
Yes.
Nice. Well, listen, movie's beautiful, absolutely, and the movie's a lot of fun. I think what got it from what keeps it off for me was the fact that I felt like the movie was very much like that like 2000s action star era, because it was just predictable to me the whole time. Like did anything happen in that movie that surprised you? You know what I mean?
I don't think predictability is really
that's fine by me.
No. It doesn't have to hurt it for everyone. For me, it does.
Okay.
You know, for a long movie, for me to be to watch the first 45 and go, all right, you know what I mean? It can already be like storyboarded through in my own head. It takes a little bit from me. So, but other than that complaint, man, F1 rules. You know, you're right. It really does.
It just kicks ass.
It
Dude.
does. It
whips ass. Yeah.
It is. It's just. I mean, like, is it safe to say it's just a guy movie? And a guy movie's so good.
It's not. Well, it is. But it's not just that, because like there are other story beats in there that work.
No. I agree with that.
All
I
the
mean,
Perry Condon stuff works really well too.
I mean, dude, when he walks off the track, he's like, "I have other dragons to slay."
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that is such a badass line to say to somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I would have. I mean, I love the whole thing between him and the female engineer. I thought that was great. How they kind of weave their romance between what's going on. And again, without Brad Pitt, that movie just it doesn't. It's a reminder of what Netflix does not have. They do not have movie stars. They have people they're trying to force on us as movie stars, but they do not have movie stars with gravitas.
They have Adam Sandler. What do you mean?
I won't let you besmirch him.
I mean, he's not a movie star like Brad Pitt, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a different movie when you're watching a movie with Brad Pitt than anyone else. It's just he's one of the last OGs.
I know we probably talked about it on the show, but like real quick, do you think anyone else could have played Brad Pitt's character, Sonny? Yeah.
That would have been. There might be a handful of guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, Rod. Actually, Roger, who do you think? Maybe.
Would anybody in that spot besides Brad Pitt?
Well, I mean, Tom Cruise is Joe Kosinski's boy.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So,
That's fair.
listen, I don't think the movie would be as good,
I don't think so
but I
either.
can definitely see him being in that role.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also have a bone to pick with F1 as good as it is. Is like I fully expected Pitt's character to die. Sorry, spoilers from 7 months ago. I fully expected.
Not every movie has to have someone.
Well,
die
no,
for
but
it to be
after
good,
the
dog.
when he talks to who was his friend Javier Bardem, who's like, I can't let you race. You're not. Your body won't. He's like, look, 9 out of 10 times I will take that life, man. Like after he said that, I'm like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna die on the
1 out of
track.
10, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
And
Yeah.
it's or something like that. I may have misquoted, but it's. I really expected him to die.
Nah.
But I mean, I still think F1 is one of the best of the year.
Walked it off and was like, deuces.
He's like going to the Baja. Like,
I'm gonna go do more badass shit.
I want
because
to.
I'm a badass.
Yeah.
So I want to say one that you guys definitely do not have.
Okay, and then after that, let me go a couple because I
Go,
know
go, go,
because I have a lot you guys don't have.
Go,
You
go,
guys
go,
have more
go,
in
go.
common. Okay, my next one is K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, that's very
That's-
so.
This
Movie
was-
is so good.
This was borderline for me.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Like, it's,
Right?
It's fucking great.
Yep.
It's going to clean up all the animation awards.
Oh yeah,
It's probably going to win should win best song.
I think it will. Golden.
Well, I think it might have to compete with itself.
It will.
Maybe.
It will.
So
yeah.
yeah, it's a fucking great choice.
No,
man.
it's
solid choice.
It's such a good movie, and like I've seen this movie full watch through a couple of times now, but I've heard at least 1,000 minutes of this movie at this point
Just
in my
playing on
household,
repeat in your own-
and it's just it really is good. It reminds me of how we felt about Mitchell's and Machines when we talked about that movie once upon a time. It's just a solid animated film.
It's very good.
fun, and I don't know,
It
it's
looks
funny.
good. It's funny.
and it's a tight 90.
It's so good.
It's
It's so good. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised it's on Netflix.
yeah, right. It's always good when a kid's movie is a tight 90, right? You know, it's just in there, it's out of there. It gets the movie, across to
Does
you.
so many things right.
Sing some great songs, and it gets out of there until your kids put it back on 10 minutes later. Is what it is.
Okay. So I know you guys probably have a couple more, but I want to go over two that. The next one for me is Rental Family. I know you guys didn't watch it with Brendan Fraser.
I'm sad I haven't seen it.
Only heard good things.
That movie is so good. It's not better than other movies on my list. It's not better.
We'll probably have to talk about it come Oscar time. So.
Well, I don't think it's going to be better than other movies. Like one of my honorable mentions is The Accountant 2. I think Accountant 2 is way better.
I had a hard time getting that off my list.
But I think Rental Family does a lot of things right. Brendan Fraser. We need more Brendan Fraser.
Agreed.
It's this heartwarming and heartbreaking story about selling feeling in Japan. You're selling emotion, and as you can probably guess, there are several moments that just rip your heart out, especially when you find out the people that run the company, what they're doing and what they're actually selling and how it affects them. It's just, oh my goodness. But what a movie that is when you combine with all the characters and there's a death in there that just breaks your heart. But I thought that movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
It should be on streaming already. I imagine.
Like Roger just said, we're probably gonna have to watch it for Oscar catch up and stuff. So I'm gonna see it.
You guys should also watch it if it's on streaming. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll watch that one anyway.
Be prepared to cry.
Listen. I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for Encino Man and stuff. Encino Man, but like
Rick O'Connell.
That movie, I really did like the way it looked, and I was sad when it didn't line up with what we had going on. So I'm glad someone saw it to be able to highlight it as a top movie of the year. So yeah, like.
So I have one more that you guys won't have, but I know you guys have another one that we're all gonna have. So
okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Grab what we don't got so we can get those out of the way.
So I'm going to go for Warfare. So I think Warfare is a great movie. I'm a sucker for like first-person war movies on a scale like that. Like I love the movie Jarhead as well. I think
Jarhead's hard to watch.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Hard to watch. Warfare, great movie.
Hard to watch. Yeah.
Warfare is in my top 3.
Yeah. Warfare is such an awesome movie, and it's done by a guy who was there.
Yep.
And they gave him a chance to let his vision be shown on a screen, and it works so well.
That movie is a wild ride, and it wasn't in the way that I thought it was going to be, which is fine.
Yeah. Like it wasn't run and gun like you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the movie is action packed. Don't be wrong, but it was like a little less action focused, which I should have known being A24. But like
suspense,
suspenseful. It's centered on how these are just kids and how they and what they're going through is just so well told. And there are some moments in that movie where your jaw hits the floor, man, because it just there are people there and then they're gone. And it's wild.
You're talking about the tanks, the
auto cannons.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
the sound.
Yeah, this is. I was going to say that the sound in this movie is on a level that is rarefied air. Yeah. There are so few movies that do war sounds right, or what I consider to be right. And this movie is so high up that list.
Yeah,
man,
it's good.
When they do the show of force. Wow.
Yeah.
God damn, it was awesome in the movie.
Oh, God, yeah.
One of the things I think Warfare has going for it is the fact that it's A24, and because it's A24, you're going to be restricted with what you're going to do with the action, because A24 is not the studio that does the Black Hawk Down, run and gun, and so they had to use the space well, and I thought they did a phenomenal job in keeping me entertained not only entertained, but like invested in are these guys going to make it out? Because they were assaulted from, hundreds of guns, and they held out, and they finally made it out. Spoiler, but it's how they do it. It's just, it's. I can imagine watching that as someone who's not American. It might be a little different than an American watching it.
I don't think so, though. I think if you appreciate like a good war movie and a good war story.
Sure, and I get that.
I think Warfare works
Yeah.
on every level there. Warfare's
Yeah.
it's a great movie.
It's a great choice. It I hope is up for more than just sound Oscar.
Oh yeah, me too. But we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was on my list too.
Great
It's
movie.
a great choice.
Great movie.
I mean, I have one more, but I know you guys don't have it.
I got a couple more. So
I have a couple more as
Okay.
well. I'll go
Go ahead,
next.
Chris.
You just went. So we've covered my bottom 3 now. So we'll go to my number 2. So my number 2 is Begonia.
Okay.
Begonia upset me when we watched it and we talked
Yep,
about
I
it.
remember.
I thought like Begonia. So I said the same thing about Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really know a movie is good when I can't stop thinking about it. And Begonia did that to me. As much as I didn't like the way this movie wraps up, I can't deny that this movie had me thinking about the cast, the script, the dialogue, the tension, the music, sound. In a purely dialogue movie, all those things mattered, and they did such a good job with storytelling, and they did something that doesn't happen where they do the thing that you don't expect them to do, and they did it, and you're like, oh, okay, but then all of a sudden they didn't do it, and that's what infuriated me. But like, just it worked so well, and I think it's a really good piece of film. It really is. Was Clemens and Stone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing performances in this movie, like cannot be denied, and even the supporting cast is great in it.
Yeah.
Like his cousin or whatever his cousin, great job, and has some impactful moments in that movie. Just a good, solid movie, man. It's hard to not think that this movie's good when you watch it. You might not like it, you might not agree with it, but that movie is very well crafted and is very good. So
I agree, 100%.
choice.
yeah, it's up there, man. It really is.
Me or you, buddy?
Right.
Want me to go?
I said one more, so
Okay. Well, I know what
My
your
last one too.
I know what your last one is, so I guess I got to go a couple here. Well, let me just put one that I don't think either one of you guys have mentioned. One of mine on my list here is Naked Gun.
I wanted that to be on my list.
I think Naked Gun was a movie I expected to not like in any real capacity, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
Like, because it is a joke a minute movie,
it really is.
and it just works. I don't know why it shouldn't, but it does.
Liam Neeson shouldn't be funny,
And he
and goddamn,
is.
he is.
Like just a running gag where they just keep handing him coffee, and then he takes that fucking cup and spits out the quarter. Like, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like Naked Gun, like that's a movie that's a tight 90.
Yeah, it is.
92 minutes long. There's a joke every minute, and it works. The story is fine.
No, yeah,
it's fine.
It doesn't gotta be good.
No, but it's funny, and it's like that matters.
Yeah.
And I would love to see another one.
Yeah.
Honest to God,
Yeah.
I would love to see.
I
another
didn't
one.
think they were going to be able to do it, like the old Police Academy, like the old Naked Gun. I didn't think we had the writers of the caliber to pull it off. But I was surprised when I thought it was a very wonderful kind of talking to the original, and it was just as good.
They paid homage without it like feeling like they were like strapped to it. You know what I mean? And I think that's important.
Well, a lesson that Happy Gilmore needed to learn. And did.
Yeah, no,
I don't say it to be funny or mean. I'm just saying, like,
No,
that's
good
the
point.
difference.
Yeah.
You know? Happy Gilmore 2 versus Naked Gun is one works and one doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, and so Naked Gun was nowhere near my fucking list, right? but it also wasn't on my bottom 5 for a reason, because I can see that there's a lot of quality there in that movie, and a lot of care went into that, and like you can feel that when you watch that movie. I wasn't into it; it wasn't my thing, and that movie was a hard 90, and it felt like 110 to me. But I laughed, I chuckled at times. Like the coffee thing was funny when he's driving down the highway. He's driving, and someone like someone handed him a coffee while he's driving. It's like it was funny. Like there's funny stuff in that movie, and like for people that like that comedy or dig that, I can't tell you how like, the average audience age in my theater was 92
I was
or
old.
something. You know what I mean?
It was
Like,
old.
and they were all having a great time. Like
So I think if they make a second movie, it won't be. I think like this
no,
movie
you're right. You're right about
just
this.
like
Yeah,
resets that market for them, and that's a win.
yeah,
I agree.
100%. I agree with that, man. 100%. All right, I got one more for mine. So my last one is Demon Slayer. It's my number one.
That's a personal one to you, though.
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
and it's my list. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Here's the thing. Almost made $1 billion.
Off of a 25-cent budget.
Yeah, off of a
handful of nickels,
off of a
baby.
budget I could sponsor. Like, it has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes for both critic and for audience. Has a 70 on Metacritic itself.
It's good, man.
Those are good numbers.
The movie is good metrics. The movie is good as a fan of the show, what it's done for the space, and it's. I mean, Grayson, you've seen it. It's beautiful to see on screen.
Gorgeous.
If you want action, it has action in it, and it stays true to where it came from. It for better or for worse, and it's only a part one. Like, the movie's good and it's a lot of fun, and I think it is just a testament of what anime can do in the theatrical space, to where it can keep money coming to theaters, keep things going, and it's a fun ride all the way through. So I love that movie, and it's my number one of the year. And I wrestled with that for a little bit, but I mean, it was just awesome, man. Like, I loved every second of my movie viewing experience for that, and that's what really puts it at number one for me, and why.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah,
You have one more, Roger?
Yeah, but it's the same one you got. So
Really? I don't think so.
Is it not How to Train Your Dragon?
No, I audibled at the last moment.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, then, look, man, I think the remake, the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon, I think it's great. I think it's exactly how, if you wanted to remake something in the live action that wasn't, that's how you do it.
And Disney. Weird.
You don't need to change the story. They do tweak it slightly, only very slightly, and it still works. And it's very good. And even knowing the emotional beats that you're going to get, it still kicks.
Yeah.
And that's a masterclass.
Yeah.
Like, knowing the story and still tearing up a little bit because it happens. It's like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's so
It
good.
was on all of our most anticipated for that time frame for a reason. You know what I mean? It really was.
Well, the source material is just, it's unapproachable. Like, it's a 10.
They do a good job of I mean, they do the ultimate job of paying that homage by, like you said, like, they don't change much, and what they change is just because you kind of have to make the live action part of it kind of stick, because it really is a good experience, right? Like, I have no problem with that being on anyone's
I
top
cannot
for the year.
wait for the second one.
Yeah, so like, that's the thing. Like, that first live action opens the door. Like, okay, I can see, because the first one's great. Don't get me wrong, but the next two, the story beats bigger, and like, now that you've set up the expectation of you can do this, all right.
Yeah,
it was.
My expectations have now gone up.
I wonder how weird it is for all of those live action players to have to act with the CGI version of Gerard Butler, because he's just the same guy.
Yep.
He's just there.
Yeah, he's just there.
Instead of
himself.
which I thought was
Which is how I
hilarious.
imagine Gerard Butler just lives his life among the dragons.
Oh yeah,
As stoic, he's just stoic all the time.
I mean, I think that's just him, and then I think he's acting in everything else, and that's just who
That's
he
just
is.
how he is.
Yeah.
You guys coming to my house?
So
That's my Gerard Butler.
That was really good.
There's a lot of movies I want on my list, but one I've thought about a lot since I've seen it, and I audible at the last possible moment, was for me is Drop. I know you guys didn't watch that.
Oh,
Didn't know.
If you remember the trailer, it's the one where Megan Fahey and, I got to look his name up because I don't know him, but Megan Fahey and Brandon Sklenar they're having a date, but both are very broken people trying to build themselves up again. And during the date, someone keeps airdropping her threats of her kid at home and her sister, the babysitter, and she has to do something for them so they don't kill her family. And it's just a movie, I think, that works well with the thriller aspect to it. And Brandon Skeeter's voice is just, there's a couple of guys like James Earl Jones and those kind of guys, but he's got one of those voices that makes the role work. And it's just, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. It's one of those movies I expected absolutely nothing from, and I walked away very happy. I watched it as one of those AMC Screen Up the Unseen on Monday, and I was flabbergasted with how good that was. So I thought that movie was great. I mean, not to say that How to Train Your Dragon definitely deserves on a list, but some other movies that didn't make my list that probably should have over Drop, but I love Drop. The Accountant 2, Marty Supreme, September 5, and you guys don't remember that one, do you?
Yeah, you saw that one.
I loved it.
I know I did.
Novocaine,
I like
Novocaine
Novocaine.
was okay.
I think it did what it in its own lane very well,
Yeah,
and that's kind of important. Mission Impossible, I couldn't justify it.
I could put on my list.
Couldn't
It couldn't make top 5. It didn't make top 8 for me.
Okay,
Good
that's
movie,
fair.
though. Good movie.
was,
A nice conclusion.
It was.
Not on my list though. If you'll notice, Naked Gun, Predator, Badlands, and 28 Years Later.
For Balance, it was almost on my bottom 5, so I'm glad it didn't make the top.
Anything else on your list that didn't make it, Chris?
That didn't make it?
Like
Yeah.
it was borderline.
Yeah, I had a few, but I don't have it written down, so
Okay.
I don't want to misquote. But there were a couple that I wrestled with that I kept on knocking out and putting back in and knocking back out. But in the end, I got to my list, my 5, because they really were the ones that I enjoyed the most,
Sure.
and that's what mattered. Like there were movies I thought weren't as good as, but like then it just came out, okay, like which one of these I like better, which one of these did I think about more, and that's where I ended up with what I had.
So I had 2 more for me that were borderline that I kept cycling in and out before I got to my 5. One of them was Superman.
Okay.
None of us mentioned Superman.
No,
I'm surprised.
I enjoyed Superman. Listen, I don't think Superman is the perfect movie. I'm not going to say that it is. I think Superman's a fun movie.
Yeah.
And like it does a really good job of like setting up that universe that they're going to try to work in. And I'm happy that we have that. And like I think Cornish does a good job playing
he does.
Superman. And I think there's little other story beats here that just work. And it was fun.
Yeah.
Like it was good. Like Superman is kind of not that interesting. A lot of times he's just not. And the way that this movie is they didn't make him super interesting, and that's fine. They let the rest of the story around him be interesting with the other characters that they brought to that table.
I got you.
And I think that was a good thing. I that worked for me.
No, I get it.
And the other one that was like the hardest one for me to cut out was Weapons.
I was about to say that one. I know I was like bouncing in and out of it, so
Weapons is a wild ride.
it is.
But I know, Grayson, you weren't super high on that movie.
I wasn't. I wanted to be. I couldn't. I wasn't. No.
It does have some issues. It takes the same story from like 5 or 6 different perspectives, and ultimately, Weapons is weird. For all the good and all the bad, the story is weird.
I agree.
But I think it works. I think Weapons kicked ass.
No, Weapons was in my top 8. I had to cycle around to get it out of my top 5. So I definitely agree with you. I think on rewatch, Weapons is actually better than the first time you see it.
Yeah.
But like,
what a crazy ending.
Yeah.
What a crazy movie though, too.
It really was, right? It really was. I have one mention that I don't think you guys have seen that I saw, and only because I watched. This came from the fact that I do watch like reviewers like in the space, and I watched. Shout out to Jeremy Johns. I know he needs our recognition.
Oh yeah, sure.
But, he mentioned
I think he's watching right now.
No, well, he mentioned the I Like Me documentary. Did you guys?
No,
did you,
I didn't see it.
So I watched that. One evening while I was just I it took me 2 nights to watch it. I was laying in bed going to sleep. But it's the John Candy documentary.
Okay, I've heard good things about that.
I love John Candy, and I liked John Candy before I was a movie fan with you guys, and I didn't realize how much I enjoyed John Candy until I started talking about movies, and like I miss that guy. He's in some of my favorite stuff. Like I love Cool Runnings. I think that's one of my favorite of his. I love him in Spaceballs, and just like
Home Alone, Polka.
Like I think he's great, and the documentary is really good. You guys should watch it. If you like John Candy, watch that documentary. It does such a good it pays such good homage to him, and it was really good.
He died before his time, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I literally was talking to one of my buddies today about that documentary.
Really? Okay, cool.
He said he was getting ready to watch it. I was like, "Yeah, man, I've heard good things. I just never checked it out."
It is good. It's worth your time. It's not long either, which is
Uncle Buck is such a great movie.
Uncle Buck, yeah, yep.
Buck.
God.
Well, John Candy's he's a very original actor too. He's just taken too quick from us, but
just seemed like a good dude. You know,
good human, man. That matters.
Yeah. So
well, there we have it. There's our list for best and worst. I mean, there's a million places you can go for lists. Thank you for listening to ours. I'd be curious to know. Drop us a comment and tell us why we said something you didn't agree with. I understand drops on no one else's list, but tell me
On your
why.
list.
Tell me why it's not
Fine.
on your list. I would love to know. I thought that was a hell of a thriller. But give us your list. Give us your just post on YouTube your top 5 and your worst 5. Just say best and worst, and then 5. We'd love to read some lists online and just maybe go over them one day next week or the week after.
Sure.
That'd be a lot of fun. But that does it for us on episode 63 of Post Credits Podcast, a show where we are lucky enough to talk about movies with you. If you listen to this episode on email, if you listen to this on this episode on an audio-only service such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Podbean, feel free to head on over to YouTube. Check us out there. You can see the video. Everything is segmented out. You can click around, watch segments you want, or you can watch the whole thing. But whatever you do, please like and subscribe. Click that little bell. It'll let you know whenever we drop a new episode. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you again next week for a theatrical released film.
We might watch one.
We will.
Maybe.
We will.
We'll see. Maybe.